What's up everyone? It is late, it is Thursday night, apparently, yes it is. And it's adventure week, every 2 weeks or so there's another adventure. And this time it is Monty. It's been like a year since we last adventured together with Monty, which can be seen if you check out the old video that I did for the last stream, because it wasn't a live stream. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been doing some videos that were like pre-recorded and edited and all of that good stuff. Most of the time I just go with a live stream these days because it's just so much like quicker. And today I'm lazy again. Also, I want to go to bed, in all seriousness. I always say this, but today it's like a very severe case of I want to go to bed. And that is why we're gonna have a look at my current status for this adventure. And to like nobody's surprise, we're gonna be at the legendary encounter with a very solid 200 out of 500 possible points, because I'm trying to do it with the first faction, whatever the name is. It is the starter faction. So I have to throw like a little side information in here. I'm sometimes working these Pokemon events, and at these Pokemon events one of the go-to questions when you ask a player is, what's your favorite starter Pokemon? Now there has been a direction from the top of the Pokemon company that tells the casters you can no longer ask that question. You cannot ask somebody, what's your favorite starter Pokemon? Because if you call them starter Pokemon, you guys know the Bulbasaurs, it's called Shiggy in German, it's Squirtle in English, and there's others, obviously. Charmander, yeah, all of those ages old Pokemons, and then obviously over the generations there were different starter Pokemons, but we're no longer allowed to say that. We have to call them partner Pokemon, because they're your first partner. And the reason why is that starter indicates that it's something that you use to get started, and then eventually you throw it away and come up with some better Pokemon for your team. Having said that, in Rivengard there is absolutely no chance that anybody will ever not call the Radiant Order the starting faction, because it is absolute crap, okay? There is one hero in this faction, and you can very clearly see which one it is, that has like the tiniest bit of potential for some arena use. And then there's one hero that has like some potential if you wanna, I don't know, if you like it, if you like the artwork or the effects or something, and that is obviously Arius. And that's it. That is it. Yes, there is some niche use for Monty against like 3 dragons. If you don't have a Snare Bang and you have infinite books and you want to level this crap unit, and yes, he's received some tremendous buffs, but at the end of the day he's still a rogue, which is bad because dragons most of the time happen to be warriors. And he's still a light unit, which is bad because most of the time you're fighting... Actually, that's not that bad, because that makes him effective against both dark and fire dragons. But at the end of the day, this is not a faction that anybody should have maxed out. Like, I'm a freak in this game for having Sir Matt maxed out. But okay, enough. Let's say some highs before we say our goodbyes. Hello, Monster Mash. I'm 100% confident I will get screwed by your wheel. I'm sorry. I'm using this website. You can use it too if you want. I didn't do anything shady on this website. If I win this draw, I will be donating my tokens to Monster Mash. That is nice. That is nice. I appreciate that. I would totally donate my winning to Monster Mash if I could, but I never win anything here. Hello, the following. Hey, Griff. The Chen EU Gamer. Hello. Hi. Good luck. Thank you. Hello, Kurt. It's Griff again. I'm glad you're doing a live stream. Thank you. Hi Soul, hey Kurtos, and hey Amethyst June. Okay, cool. We got some people to get started, so let's not waste any more time after my little story about Pokemon and starting factions and whatnot, and look at what I recorded for you guys. For that, we're just gonna mute this for a sec. Boom. Then go here and let's get started. So this is it. Common encounter number 1, which has a very solid requirement. Is this gonna play? No? What's happening? Oh, don't tell me I have to restart the app. I just like munched all the videos together. Okay, give me a second. Is there something I'm missing here? No? Okay, so apparently this is the new c1.mov file. Can I, oh, okay. I can close this. All encounters. This is news. We haven't had this before. So let's see how fast QuickTime is. Best editing software on the market. Okay, do we have those? I guess we have 3 minutes. I guess we have to have 3 minutes now, huh? Okay, don't ask me what is happening here. This is the first. I've done this the exact same way I've always done this, and it's worked for the last 400 million adventures, so I don't know why this is any different. We could pass the time and try and hit the legendary encounter, which is really not a good idea. Let me check if I could. I don't think there's a better way than doing this. Okay, let me just save this file so I don't lose all my edits. Otherwise, we would have to rearrange all the files, and that's going to take another 10 minutes. So those 4 minutes is probably the better option. So we're just gonna like flip this script basically and start with the legendary encounter today, because that's the one thing that we can play live. Onslaught. We could play Onslaught. Yeah, that's a good point. We can also play a quick round of Onslaught. Yeah, sure, why not? 4 minutes, we can do one Onslaught round in that 4 minutes. Oh, also, by the way, I have summoning tokens. I saved those for today. So let's do some summoning tokens opening. Let's see what we get. That's definitely like half a minute of joy. We're looking for shards, mostly, for heroes that want to get ascended. That's not one of them. Yeah, solid. I'm eventually going to put more stuff into Silverroot. Granny's not legendary White Star yet, so that's fine. Lots and lots of shards today. Unfortunately, not for the heroes I need. Oh, that's alright. Maybe it's for the heroes I deserve. Static Crackle. A unit I have so many things to say about. Okay. Wow. How to shut me up? Give me an Agna. Another one. Oh, Nixie's nice. Okay. And a badge for Gibbo and Gobbo. Sure. Not completely bad. I mean, generally speaking, that's a lot of shards, which is what I was looking for. It's just not particularly those heroes, but that's okay. At the moment, I'm mostly waiting for shards for Ranaklu, so he can eventually go to White Star, and then Akeshru, so she can eventually go to White Star. And then I have to get creative. As you can see, like slowly, bit by bit, I'm starting to have White Star heroes, which is something I've never had in this game, just because there's nothing else to do. My side quest at the moment is leveling Basi Klongson to infinity. Also, by the way, seriously, I can't wait to unleash that weapon of mass destruction. Actually, it's not mass destruction, but it's like targeted destruction in the arena. Eventually, this Basi Klongson is gonna make it to Diamond Rank 3, and it's going to be indestructible, and then he's going to be dealing 2,565 crit damage all the time. And everybody's going to hate me so much, but that's okay. That is totally okay. Right, we can open some more stuff, because we opened some chests from dragons. Yay! And I think that's it. Okay, yeah, there's only one chest. I opened them earlier. So, are we done with this video thing? 3 minutes. Okay, you're lying to us. So let's play some Onslaught in that case. Agna, you should upgrade him for his Nasbang combo. He doesn't need to be good for that, unfortunately. Okay, so where are we in Onslaught? It is still Dark Tide Retreat. Onslaught. Dark Tide Retreat. I didn't want to play Onslaught today, but that's okay. And it's encounter 4. Units lost 0. So far. Honor your heroes is a thing. And I think Yasmin was... Oh no, we had a badge for Yasmin. Who do we need? Nope. Umano? I guess. Oh, Basi. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not convinced. So Basi and Umano are the only two options. Matt is an option. And I guess that's it. Oh, Giggs! Okay, Giggs is, I mean, obviously the #1 choice. Look how close we are. We only need 81 more laurels. That's something that we're going to get over the course of, I don't know, 10 days or so. So we definitely need a badge for Giggs. So Giggs it is. We have to get a badge for Giggs. So let's see. We face some skeleton warriors, 9 of them. Okay, and then in round 3, 2 gunners. Round 3 is like far enough, so that's okay. Then round 5, some spirit samurais and no gunners, so we're good. Round 7, round 9. Okay, this seems like an absolute walk in the park. I would be surprised if I can't even finish the sentence. Okay, so let's see what happens. So we want to play Giggs, which is... Oh yeah, it was that level. Okay, I have to eat all of my words. So the strategy for this level. I explained this last time, but I will happily explain everything again because I love to repeat myself. The strategy for this level is to focus on one side. The side that you want to focus on, generally speaking, is the right side. Because the right side is easier to defend than the left side. Then you want to have some very strong range units, which in most cases are Queen Akeshru and Nixie, because Nixie helps you with the tree, which makes it even harder for enemies to like pass through. When you go, you shall not pass, they go, but there's a tree in the way, and that's exactly, it's what I said, bro. And then obviously you want to play Bullmon, generally speaking. The problem is we cannot play Bullmon because I want to play the range units. So we're instead going to play Giggs. Also, I'm totally going to regret this, but that's okay. Let's see how this goes. So here's a bunch of skeletons. I'm already regretting that I don't have Bullmon, but that's okay, I guess. So let's move. Okay, we can one-shot them, that's good. So let's move Nixie here. And then let's move a skeleton here. This is like a double use, basically, because it means that there's a tree now, and then next to the tree, we now have some protection, basically, with a shade. Also, only one enemy can attack the shade. That's pretty good for us. So we can go forward and do some damage, and I think that's basically it. We could go for a second tree, which is not a bad idea, because we can block the middle. So we're just going to block everything here. So let's do that, and then let's see what happens. Yeah, look at this, we're good. So we can even build a little bit of a shade army, which is always much appreciated. Then after the shade army is starting to take shape, yes, I'm here all evening. We can plant a second tree. And apparently nobody wants to attack Dorga, which means that on the left side we can basically build up our strong side and create more Dorga action. So Giggs is like a shooting target, like a duck. But we're just gonna take a little sidewalk with Giggs and be... Yeah, okay. He took a hit, but that's okay. The problem is we can never really use Giggs here, I guess. I mean, we could move him here, but what's the point? Yeah, so as long as the tree's alive, I don't want to do anything with Giggs, really. I want to get rid of the gunner. How do we get rid of the gunner? Good question. We cannot get rid of the gunner easily. We can put the gunner in darkness, though. Is that good? Okay, Dorga, you do your thing. Let's see, we're doing 1,800 to 240.45. And we can even shoot the gunner, who is at... Jesus. That's the number. That is the exact number of how much damage this gunner can take. It is Jesus. Wow. This is a bit harder than I thought. But let's do a good shot here. So now he's on 18 something. And that means that if we do another hit on him, he's a shade. And then... Now we're gonna put Yasmin here, so we're not gonna see our Nixie getting destroyed. And now we have a frog warrior on the left side. There's another frog coming. You have another frog coming, my friend. Okay, all the best jokes today. And I think now we're in the clear. I think we're in a really good position now. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's take a step back. Let's shoot this guy. And, oh, Giggs can potentially help on the left side, eventually. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be easy. I mean, okay, me and my big mouth. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay. Yeah, so the gunners are the only real problem here. We can even move Yasmin to the front, quite honestly. Yes, she's gonna take a hit or two, but that's okay. I prefer to move her to the back, though, because she's gonna buff someone. And then Giggs can actually help on this side. And I think we got this. So as long as the trees are not gonna fall, we're gonna be fine here. There's not much that the enemy can do. We can... Also, there's never, ever gonna be another enemy that is going to shoot at us, because there's next to no gunners in this entire run. Yeah, so I'm feeling extremely confident here. Oh. Yeah, this is not great, to be honest. We're gonna place Yasmin strategically here. So yes, she can get attacked, but only once. That's alright. Yeah, and here we see this is absolutely like not a problem whatsoever. Because the enemies cannot do anything. Oh, no targets in range. Well, masterful play, Oli. Masterful play. Let's see. Oh, the left side is completely won. The left side is completely won. Wow. God bless our tree. Oh, what is this? Flies? How are we gonna get rid of you? Are we gonna shoot it? It's no fun without Nimrod? What? What? Blasphemy. Let's, I don't know, let's just plant another. Nice, nice crit hit. Okay, eventually we're gonna have frog warriors on both sides. Man, they love hitting on the trees. Even if the enemies can get rid of the trees, it's not gonna be the end of the world. We need some frog warriors on the left side again. Okay. Now we need to go back. You can get rid of this guy. And you can get rid of this guy potentially. Okay? Yeah, we need more frog warriors on the left side. So I guess I cannot walk freely left and right with my units. Also, what is the frog warrior in the middle doing? Why are you standing there just doing nothing? Bro. Okay, the left side we're slowly losing our ground, but that's still okay. Still in the... our frog warrior on the right side is having some problems. Because he's standing in the thorns. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage, but if we can heal him... Nice! He's now at 100% health again. Okay, cool. So I guess if he only takes one hit, this is all good. And now we have a shade to protect our frog warrior, so this is also good. And now we finally have a chance to throw the Gigs bomb. That's what we've been waiting for. Okay, I think that's it. I think that is it. You should keep your frogs on the left side. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I totally agree with that. Did I miss anything? Not really, no. Umano might be in the next festival. Don't do Umano. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. I have good heroes I could never get. Eventually, if you just stick long enough with the game, you get them all. Gotta catch them all. So we're back to Pokemon. Also, we haven't used the active of Dorga yet. I didn't even think of the fact that Dorga has an active so far, which is great. So let's move a bit to the back. Let's hit this guy and then have a free spot for a shade, for example. Now here we have an option for the active of Dorga. Is that okay play? I think this is an okay play. So let's poison this guy. Dorga active, and then we get one frog. But that's enough, because he's dead. Okay. And I think we got this level. Oh, there's more gunners now. Meh. Okay, but now there's a shade next to the gunner, so they're very likely going to shoot the shade. Okay. Do I need to move? I guess I need to move forward. Okay, you can stay in the back. You can stay here. And then we can bring Yasmin in, just so Yasmin can tank some damage. Oh, there's more enemies coming? Oops. Okay, we're good, because now we have 2 frog warriors at the front. That's nice. Then we can get rid of this guy. Yeah, Dorga could get rid of another guy, but we're not gonna risk that. I mean, it's not much risk, but we don't want any risk. And then we're gonna get rid of these guys, and Yasmin goes... Oh no, yeah, Yasmin cannot go, because we don't want to risk having Nixie and Queen attacked by a skeleton. Is that another wave? How many waves are there? Jesus. Is this ever gonna stop? I mean, I guess it's called Onslaught for a reason. So let's... Really? Go away. Okay, you go away too. What is happening? Oh, only one more. Okay. Okay, are we done? Did he just one-shot a shade? A shade fresh out of the oven, and he just one-shots it casually. Wow, 1410 health. I mean, okay, it's not that much, but still, was it crit hit at least? Anyway, we did this. So let's give a round of applause for my excellent units here. And then we're gonna honor Gigs and hope for the legendary hero badge. That's really what we're hoping for here. Nope. Nope. Didn't happen. That's alright. It happens. However, that does mean that we can draw a winner now. Yay! So let's bring in the white screen. There we go. And I need to enter some names. So let's see. Now I need to go over the chat one more time. Is there any penalty for losing units? Yes, kinda. As Monster Mash explained, for every unit I lose, you guys get one less summoning token, which is diabolical. Hi. Hello. Kurtos 99. So if I don't lose a single unit, that means you guys are gonna get... hey, Broho. You guys are gonna get 10 summoning tokens. Sam, Monster Mash, Random Brood. Random Brood? Random Brood is here. The Chen EU Gamer. Okay, I think I got it. Griff is here. Amethyst Chun is here. Kurtos I got, right. Kurt Forrester. Is that it? Oh no, the following is here. Sorry. Is that it? I think I got everybody. So that's 11 names. Apparently there's 11 people in chat. So if you do not... that's a huge penalty. Well, I mean, it's one less. Don't add my name. I won recently. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amethyst. That is very nice. Also, thank you a second time for hanging out with us, even though you won the other day. Sometimes I have a feeling people are only watching this for the summoning tokens, but apparently not you. Are you interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! Time Wizard formats? No. Are you interested in winning summoning tokens? Counter question. Thank you for putting my name in. Yeah, absolutely. Is that it? So, Dark Larry, are you interested in participating in our little raffle? Are you playing Riven Guard? Or are you one of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Friends? There's a couple of those. I used to be a big deal in Yu-Gi-Oh! For 15 years. And then they kicked me out. I love watching these streams. Okay, thank you. Hey Soul Warrior, I'm the guy you chatted with in Discord. There's a couple of guys I chatted in with Discord, but I have a feeling I know who you are. I would never watch just for the summoning tokens. PS, notice that you aren't using Nimrod anymore. Yes, I'm only playing good units these days because my Nimrod is white star already. How that happened, I don't know. How did you get kicked? Oh, that's a long... I mean, it's not a super long story to be honest, but yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna assume that Dark Larry wants to participate. Let's see. We want to have our wheel of names because that is the bane of Monster Mash's existence. Because last time, oh my god, I clipped that. Let me double check if I have that clip. I don't know if I uploaded it. I just need to find this again. So this is from last time. Is that it? No. Oh man, didn't I save this? Oh, I think I wanted to clip this on YouTube, but I didn't yet. I think I still have to do this, to be honest, because it was absolutely hilarious. We were down to four names on the wheel, and 3 of those names were Monster Mash. And then we spun the wheel, and Monster Mash didn't win. All right. So I take that this no means you're not interested in participating. Okay, it's the proof the whole thing is rigged. That's true. You should clip it, man. Okay, so let's see. Monster Mash lost 7 out of 3, 6 out of 3, 5 out of 3, 4 out of 3. That is true. That is true. Oh, he was 3 out of 4. Anyway, let's see. Maybe it is the day. Maybe it is the day that Monster Mash is gonna be our lucky winner. Let's see. No! I mean, I'm very happy for the following. But, I mean, I thought it's finally happening. Let me just double check this. Oh no, Sam said that if he wins, he's gonna donate it to Monster Mash. Okay. I'm looking out for my boys here. Alright, so let me just quickly message this Mr. Kyle. We were playing Onslaught. First run. No units lost. The following receives 10 summoning tokens, please. I need to reword this. Please send 10 summoning tokens. So it's much nicer. To the following. It has been a long day, okay? It has been a long day. In my defense. Okay, so let's see. What is our video stuff doing? So we have this video, which is here. Oh, the chat is active today. Okay, and then we have a second video, which is not to be found. Where's the second video? Where did it go? Oh, I think I closed. The video. Okay, so let's find this again. We were in adventures, then we did a Monty adventure, and then we had an all encounters MOV, which is 1 GB large. This is why my hard disk drive is full these days, because of Riven Guard. The things I do for you guys. Okay, let's go back. And then let's see if this is working. Alright, so we're good. We can finally go over Monty's adventure. That's what you're all here for. I know. How do you have 10 million coins? Yeah, it happens. It just happens over time. It just takes with the game. You should tell Skylar got screwed again. Maybe pity is my best chance to get something. I mean, there is a chance that is eventually going to happen. I've heard stories of other people like getting something through the pity mechanic. Yeah, 10 million gold you just amass if you're in if you're doing your dailies. If you're doing a lot of daily quests. In my case, every day I get 3 master quests. I still have to do some damage with Adasi. So the master quests give you like 6k per master quest. Then you do that every day. So you're looking at 18k gold. And then obviously if you play Treasure Beach, you get 18k in the last level. And if you play with 3 looters and you play it well, you get roughly 40k on average. So that means you get roughly 60k plus 18k. So you're making 70k gold a day. Every day? Actually, you can play Treasure Beach twice. So it's more like over 100k per day in terms of gold yield. And then eventually at some point you're just done. Like there's nothing to spend gold on. Like all of the... I mean, I've been playing this since the game was launched. So like all the heroes are at 50 that are relevant for guild raid. So you just don't have anything to spend the gold on. There's nothing left. Every once in a blue moon, I try to work on my weapons. Like here, for example, the Nixie weapon is like the next I need to put some gold in. But that's also relatively cheap. I mean, it's only 2,500 and then 3,500. So it doesn't matter. Like it just never changes. The gold just stays the same over time. But obviously this is like late game when you have been playing this game for way too long. Yeah, so don't worry. This is not going to happen anytime soon. If you've started playing within the last 6 months, but eventually you might get there. Okay, anyway, this is our adventure for this week. This is Monty's adventure. We're starting with common encounter number 1, where we need to play Radiant Order heroes, which is fair. Okay, if it's a common encounter or an uncommon encounter, maybe even a rare encounter, I have absolutely no complaints about playing these units. So what I did is I just went in, shot a little bit with Monty, used the active of Arios. You never want these goblins to end up in shrubs, because then, thanks to their blocking ability, you might have a really hard time getting rid of them. Here, fortunately, we have 2 more turns, and also Monty has become an absolute beast thanks to the recent buff. In case you weren't aware, both his active and his passive have been improved in one of the last patches, and ever since Monty can actually pack a punch. Right. So, common encounter number 2, you can only play rogues. Now, this is like a mini side quest that I played in this adventure, which is, I wanted to turn it into Static Crackle's adventure. I don't know what it is. These days, I have a very warm spot in my heart for Static Crackle, and I just used that unit, whenever I could. This is a unit, I have to admit, I underestimated. Also, this is the exact moment I realized there's 2 guys in the back. So I'm like slightly shocked here. But once you get rid of all the guys that can throw stuff at you, and there's a landmine, and also some thorns, and then there's a robot in the way, there's basically nothing that can happen to you. And then Static Crackle can just like do stuff again. Or you can just use the robot. But I could have shot with Static Crackle, which would have been cooler, to be honest. Alright, that's how I got the perfect score on the second common encounter. I'm like 100% sure this is not how I played this last time, because I wasn't very high on Static Crackle. Okay, back to Static Crackle. We're just going to talk about that unit for the rest of the day. So, the active effect is still mediocre. I still don't think that the active effect is like very good. But Static Crackle might be one of the only units in the game, if not the only unit in the game, that is viable entirely thanks to the passive effect. I am fascinated by the passive effect because it is so good with the landmines that give you so much control. Also, can we rewind this? Like, I'm not doing anything. It's just like enemies dying left and right. But the landmines, they're so versatile. You can do so much stuff with it, like trap enemies in a corner if there's like no other way out, and then suddenly everybody explodes and you win matches. Alright, that's it for the common encounters, and that takes us to the uncommon encounters where we have to play light units. Now, light units is like the light version of having to play Radiant Order heroes, because it means that you can at least play like 3 units that have a bit of potential and that they are not absolute garbage. Okay, so here you only have 2 turns for the lightning victory, and that is the reason why I'm already going in hard with Sir Matt. Normally I would have like preferred the thorns doing some work for me and the enemies running into the thorns and all of that good stuff. That's not really an option here unless you are saving the attack of Areus for the second turn. You need to get rid of the goblins as always. So I am doing the opposite. I'm just going in super hard. So Sir Matt goes in, attacks, takes out this guy, and then we're just passing play. They are hitting Sir Matt, but it's not a big deal because he can just move next to one of the horses and then he's gonna be back and doing lots and lots of damage. Now, I think I get super lucky here with crit hits left and right. Let me double check. Yep. No, actually, that wasn't a crit hit. That was a crit hit, but he would have still died. So I'm not 100% sure how viable this strategy is for everybody else, but for me, it worked like a charm. I don't have Bullmon. I'm not using Bullmon. I have 17 million. Yeah, right. Some people have much more gold than me. I only 2 gear levels away from my D3 red team. You have 17 million gold and you want tokens? Shame. Good point. Her active turn, Bussy in a tank with killing power. Her active turn, Bussy in a tank. Turn is a verb in this case, which is why it's obviously a higher case spelled. Okay, in the tank with killing power. Yes, the active is not completely useless, but it's mostly the passive that makes me a fan of the unit. Evening. Hello, Niall. How do you not have Bullmon? He was my first ray. I don't know. This is an ongoing running gag with Monster. Alright, anyway. We are at Uncommon Encounter number 2, where we again have to play the dreaded Radiant Order heroes, but it's okay because it's an uncommon here encounter, so we can actually make some use of them. Okay. So here, another one of those encounters where I had a battle plan. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go in here and now I'm gonna retreat with everybody. And then I'm like, why is everything red? Why is everything red? These guys are far away. Why is everything red? And then I realized, oh, there's 2 guys in the back. And I was shocked. I did not see these guys before. But we have some luck with Hannah of all units. And then we can get the horses out. This is fine here. There's no reason not to let the horses out, because you need to go in hard. You want to get rid of Rinji before she does any shenanigans, because her active will definitely mean that one of the units gets damaged. This move was just a tiny little bit risky, because if the enemy hits back at Sir Matt and your horses kill the enemy before you can move with Sir Matt, like the summons take their turn before you do anything, there's a chance you end without the perfect victory. But kind of unlikely. Alright, next encounter. I remember that this was the same last time around, or at least I faintly remember. I was hoping for the shade actually to spawn in here, but for that reason I shouldn't have attacked the guy in the back, the catapult. So we're using gigs, and then we're going on our Static Crackle train. Again, I don't know what it is, but I was a big fan of Static Crackle this adventure, so I just played, whenever I could, I played Static Crackle. So now, putting some distance between us and the enemy. Now there's a shade in the way. We want to get rid of Boulder before he turns into his stone form. So now we're shooting what we got at Boulder, and I think it's not even enough. Are we getting lucky and he's not using the stone form or rock form? Because if he does, it's sometimes really, really hard to get rid of the unit. We could also use the active of Static Crackle here. I didn't, fortunately, because that means we can now use it and buff gigs with it. So now Gix is receiving a buff and he can take out the enemy. That means that we basically healed Gix because he has more health than he had at the start of this encounter, which is what this whole thing is about. And then after that we can move Grandma out and move in Monty. He does some damage and then we have yet another turn, and that means we can get the lightning victory with relative ease. And that completes all of the common and uncommon encounters. Not only Soul's Wheel is screwing me, the portal also, although I do got Dogger. Yes, the game needs something that guildmates can do together. I know. I quit this game a couple months ago, but won't give up watching your streams. Nice. Monty's one of the worst heroes. His special attack is worse than his regular attack. It is in many cases, yes, that is true. But against some guild bosses, it's pretty good, actually. Okay, this encounter is relatively hard. But we are already at rare heroes, which means that Tanamo starts to become a unit. Tanamo is a great unit, but not at lower rarities. So I'm using the active of Monty to push Sir Florianus into the thorns, and then after that is done, Tanamo can say goodnight to the enemies, and it's a walk in the park if you do it this way. Alright, that was rare encounter number 1. There's more to come. This time we can only deploy rogues, which means Static Crackle is back! Yay! And obviously there's like 7 other heroes that are a more natural fit for this encounter than Static Crackle, I believe. But again, this was my side quest. Also, these landmines are pretty good here. This is a good spot for a landmine. If look at this, we just took out an enemy with a landmine. I mean, what else could you ask for? Okay, after that little experiment, we can go in. I mean, this is not rocket science here. We just hit them hard, preferably. Landmine, boom, enemy dead. This guy wants to run in, he's dead. Boom, landmine, so good. Okay, so this adventure confirms to me that Static Crackle is one of the best rogues for adventures in this game. That's the point I tried to prove. Okay, rare encounter number 3, we have to play ranged heroes, which means we can and potentially will play Static Crackle, but I didn't. I think I read light units. I mean, that's the only reason why I'm playing these units. There's no reason I played these guys, like, because I thought this is making sense. Sure. I believe I read light units somewhere, and that's why I'm playing these guys. Which is fascinating, I have to say. But Ignazio is a bit of a unit here. He's actually not too bad. He took out a catapult and another enemy with his active, and then he also almost shot another enemy. So pretty good run. Alright, now we're back to Radiant Order heroes. This encounter is a little hard, but only a little. It's really not that much of a problem. You want to get rid of this goblin, because then you can use Sigrid is her name, to run straight ahead. And if she's like a bit of a unit, I think since the last festival I like put some work into her. She's only my 4th worst hero now, so I did put some work into her. She can clean house, and then speaking of like cleaning house, Arios comes around and he does another kick. Okay, this encounter is relatively hard. We're again playing rogues. Here the secret weapon is Gruffy, because he just says bye-bye to both enemies here. Then you want to use the webs, because that means that Sir Florianus cannot run away. He's now trapped in webs. So he cannot 1, 2, 3, 4, he cannot hit you anymore. Is that a song? 1, 2, 3, 4, he cannot hit you anymore? No, not quite. Okay, and then the big question is, how do we get rid of Pari? So I tried this a couple of times. I tried different strategies. In the end, I thought that this is best. You just wait for a crit hit. Obviously, normally my strategies are not like, yeah, get lucky and crit. But I was just too tired to come up with a better strategy. I think in the old video of the last time we played Monty's Adventure, I had a better strategy, but this is all I could muster up this time around. Alright, we have to play ranged heroes. I think, again, I thought they have to be rogues. I couldn't quite do this with Static Crackle. I tried. And then I realized, oh wait, I can play any ranged hero? Any ranged hero? Like the broken, super strong Queen Akeshru is an option here? Are you kidding me? And then this encounter was immediately won after that. Once I realized I can play Akeshru, I was like, okay, yeah, good game. Because as you can see, we already have some shades, and it's only going to get worse for our enemies. I mean, this is almost ridiculous, to be honest. This level should have had an additional requirement, which is don't play night vision heroes, because Queen Akeshu on her, she can basically solo this encounter. Like, yes, I have 2 more units, and yes, Gix is kind of good here, but, and Monty is there, but seriously, this is like the Queen Akeshu show. She's just putting summon after summon after summon on the board. The enemies can never get close to us. There's also the darkness that is like stopping the enemies. This was an absolute walk in the park once I realized I can actually play Akeshu in this encounter. Raven Guard's much better than that Warhammer game. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I was about to quit Raven Guard, but then on my notifications I saw this live, and now I'm not gonna quit. Okay, not for now at least. Ignorance plus the range, a sewer hero. Okay. Naivis. And then you can one-shot the guys on the right side. Okay, thank you. That's a good strategy. It sounds better than what I came up with. Definitely. Okay, here we can play rogues, or we have to play rogues rather. This is interesting because these guys are just lining up for Pari. They're just like, hey Pari, can you shoot us like some webs, please? Like I don't know what happened here. And then obviously we can play Gix. So this is a walk in the park again. The only question is how many frogs do you get, and if you have enough frogs, you're gonna be fine. 2 seems to be the magic number, because once you got 2 frogs, nobody's gonna attack your heroes, and then you just do like single shots against all of the remaining enemies, and that means you get the lightning victory, perfect victory, without any problems whatsoever. Relatively easy encounter. That takes us to the last epic encounter of this entire thing. This one, I had like 7 attempts or something like that, and then I got too lazy and looked up my old strategy. This is not the exact order of attacks that I did the last time. I'm also kind of disappointed because I did actually work on at least 1 more light unit since last time. Also, Siad is like half a unit now, he wasn't in the past. Yeah. This is not pretty. It is not the best strategy I could come up with, but it works. There's a ridiculous moment in the old video where I'm like, and now it's very important that Monty goes into this position, because then he can shot Pari and push her back, and then she can only go 1, 2, 3 and not shoot Monty back or something like that. There was some logic to this move, and I tried to recreate it, and I was like, I don't understand the logic. What was I saying there? So now, after giving this a ton of thought, a metric ton, and like, I don't know, a ton of tons, I'm eventually doing something. I think I'm shooting with Monty because that seems to make sense. Here you could even make a case for using the active of Monty, just so you push this guy back and get another guy in. He blocked, but Monty is too strong because he got buffed. So he's just like saying goodnight to the guy. Then I'm apparently using Siad, I believe. Yeah. I think it's Siad, to clean out the goblin, because if the goblin is gone, there's a spot here, and that spot can be taken by Sir Matt. Now we have horses on the board, and the horses are acting like as a bit of a blockade for us. You do not necessarily want to move in with Tana, because then there's a chance you're gonna get shot with the web. Speaking of the web that we get shot with, this happened, obviously, but we have Yasmin. So Yasmin can heal Siad, and Siad is back in business. Then we have to open a path so we can come down with Tanamo. And then we come down with Tanamo, and we almost kill everybody except Pari, but then Sir Matt comes in. So again, super messy. Definitely not a good strategy, but it worked. But it did work. It did work. Yeah, okay, and that's it. That's the epic encounter. And all of that takes us to the legendary encounter, which we will not, like 100% not master. There is absolutely no chance whatsoever that we're gonna get a perfect victory in this legendary encounter, because Kyle, being the masochist that he is, decided that it's a good idea to force us to play Radiant Order Heroes. Now I can show you guys how this goes when I play Radiant Order Heroes. This is a very humbling experience. So I came up with, like, I thought a bit, okay, how do I need to move these guys? Like, what's the best side, left or right, and on and on and on. I came up with some ideas, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything you can really do to make sure that this is not turning into an absolute train wreck. What we could try is we could block the left side. Yeah, actually that might be a bit of a strategy. So we could go in, get at least one horse on the high ground, and then we can block the path here with Areos. Now, if my Areos was a unit, this would be a good play. Because then... because then he would take out these 3 guys, or at least one of them. Oh, Jesus, 25 damage, wow. This is so bad, it's ridiculous. Yeah, then he could at least take one of these guys out. And yeah, that would help us. At the moment, only his passive is like a thing. Here you can see we got next to no chance. The passive of Areos is great, but even so, immediately your units are dead. I don't know what to do here. I don't see how we can do this. The active of Monty is kind of good against Boulder, but the problem is you need a follow-up, and I don't have a follow-up. Like, I could attack with Samet, but it's not enough. And all of the other units that we have are not doing any damage whatsoever. These enemies are weak, but still too strong. And now obviously we are in a ton of trouble. Could go to the high ground, great. I'm not even sure if we can... Okay, let's see. We're gonna flee. How much movement does Boulder have? 3. Why? Okay, let's go for the active. So we at least keep all the 4 units. Okay, cool. And then we want to get rid of you. Okay. Maybe we're not going to lose another unit this time around. Oh wow, this is going to be painful. Oh no, we can't do this because he's again going to run into us. Oh my god. Okay, I think I can do this without losing another unit. Which is a small victory. A very small victory. Wow. Wow, okay. We can do this with only losing 1 unit. I mean... Oh, crit hit, nice. I thought this is gonna take a little while. That gives us 300 points. Wow, that's already much better than the 200 points I had before. So I don't see how we can do this at all. But yeah. British Bears is the best skill and we have spaces for new members. Okay. Kyle made this encounter harder. I don't know, it was pretty hard last time. I'm a Warhammer geek and I play tons of Warhammer, but Riven Guard... You prefer Riven Guard, okay. Is Kyle a dev? Kyle is, he used to be like the guy that was running customer support, and now he's doing like some more things. He's got access to the config files. So let's say that you have a hero like Monty, for example. If I can find him, I just have to start from the bottom. Yeah. And, oh! Woo! And, then, like, something in the game says he deals like 233 damage at the next level, for example. Kyle can go into the config and turn that into 300 damage. So there's some changes that Kyle can make. There's also, we had some really cool changes. I mean, one of the coolest changes lately was that the level 50 active of Aradel no longer says that there's like a 70% chance or 60% chance that she adds ice on some tile. There's now a 100% chance to add ice on each tile. And that is a gigantic buff because that means that Aradel is now guaranteed to put ice absolutely everywhere. And that is relevant in some game modes when you want to have ice, which you do for other units. Like Penda, for example, because he gets more attack for each ice tile. So there's some stuff that Kyle can still do, even though he's not a dev, to make the game better or to make the game fun. But unfortunately, he cannot, like, I don't know, create a new game mode or something like that because he's not learned how to code. He's absolutely self-taught with all of the stuff he's doing. Obviously, you can do some config changes. But yeah, there's nothing like super much higher than that. All right. If only Queen Akesha was a Radiant Order hero, we would have a chance here. So I'm thinking that we have a bit of a better chance if we go to the left side. Because now we can heal the horse. And the horse is going to be Okay. And now the horse is gonna be back around for like a longer second. And we're just gonna hide you, Cigarette, and do this. Let's see if we can. Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop hitting the horse. Okay, we're still losing Areos after like half an attack. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. I don't believe there's any chance that I'm ever going to finish this level with a perfect score. Like, even with all the luck in the world, this seems completely impossible. Yeah, you go away. Yeah, we can use the active of Secret. Take out one enemy, nice. And then we can heal back. Yeah, this is how it normally goes, to be honest. It's just a lot of one-shots from both Boulder and the other enemies. Since when is Boulder so strong? What happened here? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's try and at least, I don't know, not lose all the units for once. We're not gonna play Radiant Order for that, so let's try and play with some real units. So here's a Queen Akeshru, here's a Grandma Bones. Those are good units. We could come up with you, but we don't need to. Here's a Nixie. We do want to play. I mean, we don't really want to, but we have to, I guess, play Corrin. And do we keep Sir Matt in as like our token Radiant Order hero? Okay, so I don't think this is much of a challenge if we do it this way. Let's just see. Oh, that was a really smart idea. Now we made sure that nobody can go through, including us. Okay. I think we can... Oh, I thought we could just one-shot this guy. Unfortunately not. You don't want to surround him with too many guys, because then there's a chance that he's going for the active. It's funny how my own darkness is in the way. Let's plant a tree. And pass play. Okay, so now we only have this guy to worry about. Oh, wait a second. If we move you, we can move you out. Ah, it's hulking. One day I'm going to remember. Okay, yeah, and then it's relatively easy. If this was a play only mages level or something, this would be an absolute walk in the park. Unfortunately, it's play Radiant Order heroes. I think there's like one active or two active players in the game that could get a perfect score in this encounter, and those two are Raisin, if he's still playing, I don't even know. I think he loved adventures, so there's a chance that he's coming back for adventures every once in a blue moon. Let me just double check if he exists. Where is... Oh, here we go. Is Raisin still in there? No. No. Okay, so I think he's full-time focusing on Warhammer Guard. So, Raisin is basically out. And then the only other hero that has very likely all the heroes at legendary status or something is Trip, obviously. So Trip might be able to... Power level 50, by the way. Wow. Trip could probably do this. I think, and she might as well be the only active player in this game that is able to get a perfect score in this adventure. Like, nobody in my guild, in all of our guilds. I mean, we get some top guilds, but nobody has Radiant Order heroes that are like up to the task. We have one person who is happily obsessed with Areos. So his Areos is level 50 White Star. So that means he's got a strong Areos, but I don't think he's got a strong Sir Matt. If you have Areos and Sir Matt, and then obviously Monty you get by the game, I think there's a chance, like a theoretical chance, that you can do well against, do well in this adventure. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't see any other chance. I mean, obviously, unless you're like a freak and you have like a secret and legendary, which is unheard of, or a Hana. Okay. Did you ever meet Kyle in person? Yes, I did. I did. They were in Berlin last year. Yeah. Hey guys, who plays Roblox here? My son's playing Roblox. Can you try Epic 2 without Queen? Yeah, sure. No worries. See if you can upgrade your Radiant Order heroes in any way. No, it's like no chance. I did look into it. I cannot invest the orbs in Monty. I mean, okay, Monty doesn't matter because you get Monty by the game. But my Arios is already... Like, I already invested stuff in him. He's already up to Epic. There's no chance I can improve him a whole lot here. He's maxed out in terms of weapons. Hannah is... I don't know. I'm not even sure how Hannah made it to the 3rd row of heroes. That's the most surprising thing here. Yeah, so also kind of tough to upgrade her. And even if I were to upgrade her, that wouldn't make much of a difference. I mean, they need to be like... I mean, if they're gold rank 1, they're pretty okay, I guess. Potentially even strong enough for this encounter. But at bronze rank 3, there's like no chance. It's one of the next things that I'm going to do. I'm basically going to push all of these units that I have out down here to silver rank 1. And then I'm eventually going to push them all to silver rank 2 and so on. So obviously there's more fun stuff you can do in this game. Also, this game hasn't seen like an update, like a serious update in terms of new units and stuff, in like 6 months or so. I'm not even close to having half my roster finished. The requirements for finishing units in this game are so high, it's pretty ridiculous. Considering like even 6 months after the game had new content, I'm still not even close to maxing anything. But alright. Don't play with Radiant heroes, get 3 stars, 700 out of 800 and blame Kyle. I think that's the way to go, yes. I've not bothered upgrading the Radiant Order heroes, so I probably won't do well on this. Yeah, there's like next to no chance. He's in a new guild, Drunken Rabbits. Okay. You should join British Bears, yeah, he should. Okay, so what was it? Epic 2 without Queen? That was the level where I was like, oh, this is super easy once we tag in Queen. Okay, so we have to play... Oh, wait. Epic 2? Are you sure you meant Epic 2? Because I didn't play Queen there. We have to play Rogues. I think you made Epic 3. Let me double check. Oh no, this is light units. Was it Epic 1? Epic 1 probably, right? This one? Because that would make sense. Because Queen did a lot of work in that encounter. I've been playing since the start and I've never been able to get Tim Tim. It's frustrating. Tim Tim was like my 2nd rare unit, so I was very lucky. So if it's that encounter, we can probably do something here without Queen. Although I have to admit it's a lot harder without Queen, because like the constant flux of summons is just ridiculous. Do you have Grandma Bones? She's not as good as Queen, but she's pretty good. If you don't have Grandma Bones, I don't think there's another token generator. Let me just double check. But it's any ranged hero, so we could also play Nixie, which is not terrible. Actually, you could play Rinji if she was a unit, unfortunately. I think that's it. I cannot scroll any further down because all the units down there are just like too bad. Yeah, I think your only chance then, if you don't have Queen Akeshru, is... I mean, not only chance, but I think Nixie is pretty good then. Because Nixie can allow you to heal the units. So you have you have a bit of flexibility here. So, okay. This is already annoying. Because of the webs. Okay. Let's see. So you want to move here. So you can move there. So you healed. And then... Are we done with all the summons? Oof. Already? Wow. And here we can place a tree. I think we have to place the tree on the first turn. Wow. Wow, okay. And he's also webbed. On top of all of that. Yeah, bye-bye gigs, huh? I think you have to get lucky with crit hits on the first turn. Wow. Yeah. Wow, this is definitely a lot harder without Queen Akeshu. So you want to get a crit hit with gigs. So you can get rid of both of these guys. That's definitely something that you want to look out for. And what do you do with the right side here? Oh, do you have Tim Tim? Tim Tim could also be good. Also, Steady Crackle could be good, but I mean she's silver rank 1. Karen. Oh, Karen. Yeah, Karen might be really good here. Might. Strong emphasis on might. Okay, let's try it with Karen. Steady Crackle could be an option, but she didn't do her job well last time. I mean, I just want to do it with Steady Crackle. Don't take this statement out of context, please. Why are we only doing 44? I don't get it. Yeah, now the problem starts to come up. Yeah, we don't have healing. I mean, no proper healing. I think my Steady Crackle is not strong enough. Oh, although she crits like a I don't know, whatever you say, like a truck. Probably not. If your Steady Crackle is stronger, this is not a problem. Because she's gonna one-shot one of the catapults. Mine is only level 31 and she's already doing like some work here. I'm not sure if Karen is right. Like the top 2 units for this would be Queen Akeshu is like number 1 without doubt. And then after that Grandma Bones. If you don't have any of these two, there is a chance. How strong are these guys? 209, 260. Okay, how much damage are we doing? Okay, my Vera can actually let me see. Let's see. So there's a chance that my Vera is just going to go. Why? 505 to 615. And you got 200. But how, what am I missing? What am I missing here? Oh my god! Infuriating. Completely infuriating. How are these guys alive? So I think if you get like a crit hit here and there every once in a blue moon and you end up with like 2 summons or something, this is like easy enough. Also, you're probably not gonna get hit then. Yeah. So with my Vera, it's definitely possible. What I do not understand is how her active, which is doing between 500 and 600 damage, cannot take out a catapult with 260 health. Because you just have to add the armor to the health, and it's got 200. But yes, definitely weird. Rogues does reduce damage to catapults. Why? Oh, the catapults have this stupid trait. They are or something, right? Is that the reason? I think the catapults have. Where is it? I think it's the sturdy trait. I don't remember what it does exactly. I think one of the units has sturdy as a trait. One of the units. I think it's the sturdy trait. And it means that they take half damage from ranged attacks or something like that. Yeah, okay. Right. What unit had sturdy? Was there one unit that had sturdy? I don't think so. Freneric? Oh, thank you. Yes. Doge Freneric had sturdy. What does it do? Takes 75% less damage from ranged units' normal attacks. It wasn't a normal attack, it was a special attack. It sounds like a bug to me, to be honest. This wasn't a normal attack, it was a special attack. Maybe it means if it's regular damage rather than effect damage. I don't know. Very confusing. Very confusing. Is Freneric? No, Freneric is not good. He's a range unit, but not good because we don't have summons against us. Freneric is only good if the enemies are playing summons. Yeah. There is a chance that Tava Rinji is, like, her active is good enough to take out like 1 or 2 catapults at the beginning, and then you can do something. But again, not like the strongest play, definitely. How much health and armor do Pulse have? They had 204 health and 60 60 armor, so they should only have 260. Doesn't make sense to me. Also, I had high ground, so I'm doing 1.5 times the damage. Yes. Okay. Can I see Snazbang stats? Sure. Yeah. There you go. Alright, guys. Normally we would be playing more Onslaught, but it's super late. I'm so sorry. And I'm having trouble. My eyes are like, I have to rub my eyes all the time. So we're gonna be playing some Onslaught another day. Maybe over the weekend, this weekend. We are doing one more prize drawing. We're just doing it today. Because I don't want to do anything tomorrow. So, just post a quick note in the chat what your favorite encounter is in this adventure. If you don't have Queen Akeshu, Epic 1 is probably not an option, I guess. No Onslaught. It's so late, I'm sorry. It's 12:15 and I wanted to be in bed 45 minutes ago. We can play more, hopefully over the weekend. It's just like right now I cannot do it. So let's see. Is anybody not seeing their name on this list? Then let me know. Also, the following one. Oops. So we're gonna kick you out. First common one for me. Legendary for the item. Yeah, I guess the item is cool, yeah. So, Matthew Nealon's here, who wasn't here before. And also we had, yeah, Neil Matthews. Are you guys... I don't know, there's a Matthew in both of your names. There was one person who once said, oh, sorry, both accounts are me. My favorite is Uncommon One. Is my name on there? It is now. I have one question. Does Snazbang critical chance not go above 53? Oh, it depends on the weapon you're using. Oh, sorry guys, you don't see the wheel. It's a good thing that I realized that now after 15 minutes. But let's quickly go back to Snazbang. So the crit rate is always depending on the weapons. So if you were to equip him with... I don't have it here. Who's having the Nimrod swords? Gigs? Gigs, of course. So if you put him with the high crit range, crit percentage weapon, so he's got 40% crit range, crit chance, and then 35% on top, and then he ends up with 66%. That's the highest you can get. Unless you have 2 swords, 2 Nimrod double swords, then there's a chance you get him even higher. But the only way to win that is by participating in the What the Hell RNG contest on the official Discord, when you can then select a cool item. Alright. Next, I'm called Bomo in the game and on Discord. Okay, thank you. Good to know. I can't see the screen. Yeah, thank you. Good point. You are on the list though. You just made the list. Alright, I think that's it. Anybody else? I give you 5 more seconds to add your name in the chat. Otherwise, we will see if Monster Mash's streak of luck continues in a second. Alright, I think that's it. Me, you're here. Yeah. All higher case. Easy to find. Alright. So one last time for today. Sorry guys, I know you want to see Onslaught, but I can't stay up. I'm so dead. It's Sam! Congratulations! Woo! Okay. So, let me forward that info to Kyle. We did a prize drawing for the adventure. Sam GK1. Okay. Cool. So Kyle is in the know. Just send him a message on Discord And then you can also get some summoning tokens. Also, for those who are not familiar with this, because there's at least one person who might not be familiar with this. So here is the what the chi RNG and the what the hell RNG WTH. These are two channels where you can post a random screenshot of either great luck, which is the what the chi, how lucky was I, or bad luck, which is the what the hell RNG. Like you were not hoping for essences maybe, or for a Monty badge, for example. I agree with Brun, this is not great. Or you have a terrible 10 times summon. And then at the end of the week, Ella is gonna... I'm thinking if I can turn this into rhyme that goes into the umbrella song, but I don't think so. Anyway, she's gonna pick somebody, and then you can send a message or an in-game ticket, a support ticket in the game, and then you can get like a free one item of your choosing. So you could get like the Nimrod double swords if you haven't, if you don't have them already, or you only have one and you want to have two, like me. It's my number one suggestion. All right. How do I get Tim Tim? Do I have to be lucky? Yes, Tim Tim is one of the summoning portal only heroes. You can only get him if you get lucky in the summoning portal. Just tested Tava on Epic 1, it works. Woo! How strong is your Tava though? I give it to MM. What? Who's MM? Monster Mash. Oh right, you announced that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you said that at the very beginning. Okay. Sorry. Let me forward this. Sorry. Actually, I can just edit this. We did a prize drawing for the adventure. Sam GK won, but he's decided to give Monster Mash the prize. As Monster never wins. Last time we had his name on the wheel 3 times. There was one other person, and the other person got picked. It's true. Okay, so in that case, Kyle is in the know. So, Monster, you can send a message to Kyle. And he will very likely be like, okay, no problem. Who wanted the epic one without Queen? Monster Mash can live in peace now, yes. Congratulations. Who was it? I need to scroll up forever. I'm not 100% sure, sorry, who asked for this. Anyway, it's late. We're gonna do another stream soon. TM. Hopefully over this weekend. Also, what's happening to my... Everything suddenly becomes blurry here. I'm losing my... it's like I'm disappearing in a second. Anyway. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Congratulations to everybody that won some summoning tokens. I'll be back. Maybe over the weekend, and we're gonna be playing some more Onslaught. I mean, there's like 8 more encounters, so that's pretty cool. Alright, see you guys very soon. Good night.